Hi, I'm Abby Paradise, and I'm the leader of the Luke 14 team at Living Branch Church. And I want to just take a few moments and tell you a little bit more about what our team is, um, why our team is in existence, why we think it's a focal point of our church and our mission, and how you can be a part of it, what that looks like for you as an individual, um, and really why I'm leading this team, why my passion is particular to this team. The Luke 14 team is our heart and our goal is to make sure that families and adults who have children or family members with disabilities feel welcome and involved and comfortable at our church, that they feel that our church is both adapted to their needs and a safe place for them to come. So it's both families that have children and adults who are affected with disabilities, but also families who have adopted children or children in the foster care system that they are fostering. Anybody who has a traumatic background, that our church is a place that is well equipped to handle both the behaviors and some of the challenges that come from being a member of those communities. So that is the what our team is, kind of what we're all about. We're really about making these individuals feel comfortable and have a place where they can belong, that they have a seat at the table, which is really the why. Why are we doing this? Why do we find it's important? We at Living Branch see that every single person, regardless of race, economic status, mental, physical, emotional issues, that you have a place at our table because you are made in the image of God and you have value. That's our number one reason. You have value and you have a place here. We value you, we see you, and we want you to be a part of our community. The Luke 14 story is a parable that Jesus tells, and he talks about how we need to go out and seek those who we would not normally seek to have a seat with us. Why we're doing it is because we want so much to be the hands and feet of Jesus to Tucson and to these individual communities, that this is one of the reasons we made it a focal point, is that we want to pursue them, we want to reach them, we want to meet them where they're at, and we want them to feel hope and relief, and we want them to find that at our church and in our community. My passion for this started years ago. I'd love to speak with you more individually about that. But for me, it started with my heart for those in the foster care community, my heart for adoption, having friends who were very involved in those communities, working in social services as well, myself, seeing it firsthand, that these communities, the church hasn't always known how to handle them, right? With foster care and adopted kids and some of the challenges that arise from having them be a part of your church and part of your community. So my passion really stemmed from that, and having loved ones who have struggled with disabilities, having absolutely beloved children of dear friends who walk through life with disabilities, and knowing just how hard and isolating that can be. I'm so excited to be able to lead a team at Living Branch who makes it so you feel comfortable, you feel like your children are taken care of on a Sunday morning or at any of our gatherings or different things that we have going on as a community. So how are we going to do that? It looks like being really informed. It looks like creating curriculum that allows for us to meet the needs and to train our volunteers in how to interact with these communities, with these kids that are part of these communities. So the role of people on this team will be to really help lead the way, be vision casters for ways that we can reach out to this community. I mean, I have big dreams, but what an awesome opportunity it is to come together as a team and just find a way to both meet the needs and help relieve some of the stresses that are put on these families. And also be the go-to people on Sunday mornings, that if there's some behavior challenges or maybe a kid who needs one-on-one individual attention when they're part of a bigger group, that we are the members who are called on to say, hey, come, let's deal with this, so that their parents can sit in the service, can have, time away where they don't have to be constantly worried about what's happening with their child in our Sunday school classes. It means a lot of things. I mean, it means potentially hosting date nights where we watch kids at the church or at a central location so that parents can actually have a break and know that their kids are well cared for and safe where they leave them. It means maybe making go bags where we get the call as a church community that there's a new foster kid being placed over here and they have nothing. They need clothes, they need a backpack for school. And we have the ability to both make those bags, get them ready to go out the door, and we can deliver those to help, give a sense of belonging and that we are meeting the actual physical needs of these communities. So the person who would make a perfect fit for this team is one who has a heart for these communities, who has a heart to see change happen, who has a heart to see these people feel well loved and accepted, and that we not only are just accommodating, but that we take joy and absolute pleasure in seeing their needs met. Someone who's creative, who says, I want to think bigger and broader, and I don't want to limit myself to how I can make an impact for God's kingdom in these specific communities. So if that at all is you, please contact me. I can't wait to hear your ideas to go in deeper about what you may want to see happen as a part of this ministry, ideas that I haven't even touched on or thought of. That's what excites me about leading this team, is hearing your ideas and hearing your heart for it. Having known and loved a lot of people who have fostered and adopted or have children who live life with disability, I know the need is there, and I know that it is something that they desire for their children to be well cared for, to not be looked at as a problem to be solved, but as someone who is welcomed with open arms and an anticipation that our church is one who can be the sounding call for that, to say, let them come to us because you have a seat at the table. Thank you.